Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Quality Shot Tennis. Today we've got Djokovic versus CARBALLES BAENA, the second round of Roland Garros. How's everybody doing? We're gonna get started underway soon. Both guys are already on court. serve here as we get underway. Novak to serve. The head-to-head is 2-0. They played in Australia last year. Total beatdown, complete beatdown from Djokovic. Honestly, we'll see if Baena can do better this time around versus Novak. And Novak, I'm expecting he might not play at the same level. Baena likes the clay courts more. It's a great player, especially from the back of the courts. Hits the ball very well. Competes well. That's a great back-end winner down the line to start off, so love 15. Yeah, 2-0. They haven't played a set that's particularly close. They've played 2 6-4 sets. Actually 3 6-4 sets. So actually a few sets that were reasonably close, but yeah, no set that has gone to 7-5 or anything like that, and all 6 sets have gone to Djokovic. Forehand down the line, back in Baena for a pass that goes wide, so 15 all. I definitely would like a better look at Djokovic here and to see where his level's at the moment. Back in Baena. Smash Novak. Right back to CARBALLES BAENA. It's a great shot. Half volley from Djokovic. That goes out. A few good points from Baena already. Djokovic is in more doubt than we've ever seen him since, I don't know when. Since Djokovic has become an elite player, I think there's more doubt on him than ever. It kind of comes naturally also because the guy's 37. And there's some things that at 37 years old, players just haven't really done. Like be world number 1, which Djokovic has managed to achieve. So we'll see what else he can achieve. I thought he looked decent against Roberto in the first round, honestly. I thought he looked pretty good. He was competing really well. I thought he was moving sensationally well. So we'll keep an eye on if he keeps moving as well as he did there. Back in cross court, back in CARBALLES BAENA, forehand Djokovic. Back in CARBALLES BAENA, sliding very well, Baena. Somehow has gone back to neutral here on defense. Forehand down the line. Oh, what a shot. Back in cross court. Back in Baena. Back in Djokovic. Back to the back end, CARBALLES BAENA. Slice from Novak. CARBALLES BAENA competing very well in this point. That's out, and CARBALLES BAENA earned that. He put everything into that point. He wants a quick start here. Make a statement. CARBALLES BAENA wants to make a statement here, 1540. I do expect that this could be moderately tough for Djokovic in a way. Like, I expect that this is the kind of match where he might drop a set or one set is very, very close. Like, I can imagine Baena making this at least a little bit close. I can imagine it. I don't think this is it's not like, I don't think this is upset alert territory, although you really never know, but I don't think so. Just coming in. Just judging from the fact that Djokovic beat this guy in straight sets in the last 2 occasions, although CARBALLES BAENA is very different on clay courts than he is on hard courts. I will mention that as well. And Djokovic's form is very different now. I am high on CARBALLES BAENA. Backhand slice, backhand corner of Djokovic, backhand cross court, backhand Djokovic again goes cross court. Backhand's a great redirect from Baena into the forehand. Forehand, wow. CARBALLES BAENA looking more like Novak at the moment in that first game. 1-0. 1-0, 1-0. There you go. 1 second. Trying to fix this layout real quick. There you go. Everything's looking good. Hey, what's up, Cedric? Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Everybody joining in. Another very quick straight sets win is waiting Mr. Nole today. Potentially. If it's anything like Australia, although it's a quick game for CARBALLES BAENA starting off. Hola, what's up, MJ? All right, love 15 here, second game. Normally, if Novak won in straights, it wouldn't indicate a lot, but if he did today, it would be a big signal. I fully agree. I fully and totally agree, Matthew. Yep, hopefully it's looking better now. The way Novak's form is, I expect a serious test. Proper baseline, he's up against someone that can grind all day. I fully agree. I'm expecting this to be moderately difficult for Novak. I expect this to be moderately difficult for Novak. It's a great drop shot from Djokovic. So he gets to love 30. Hey, what's up, Zara? Opponents are coming out with a lot of belief the aura is not there. Plus, for Novak, is that the roof is on for his serve, but it's still slow. Yeah, hard to get past Baena. Yeah, I agree. And Baena just loves the clay and grinding it out in long points. Hey, what's up, Chronix? Hello, everyone joining in to the stream. Back and cross court, the back end of Djokovic, forehand of Baena. Goes out cross court, so a few errors from Baena here, which he would not be proud of. Love 40. Serve, forehand Djokovic, forehand of CARBALLES BAENA, forehand Novak, forehand Baena, backhand Djokovic, again to the forehand of CARBALLES BAENA, back and cross court. Back to that backhand. The Spaniard, that drop shot is great from Djokovic. Drop shot's great from Djokovic. 1-1. I think if Novak really wants to instill himself as a top contender in this event, he needs to show that he can grind it out in long rallies. Find ways to win the sets, win the matches against players like this. He needs to find a way to show that he has that kind of variety as well and instill those drop shots and show that he still has all of the different ways to win. Because when you look at guys like Alcaraz and Sinner nowadays, you're probably not just going to beat them by just getting kind of an extra shot in court, because they're going to find ways to make your life nearly impossible with all the different kind of shots that they have in their artillery. Djokovic can still beat those guys, but I just feel like, I don't know. Part of it is getting one more shot back in play, but also I feel like Djokovic, the more variety he can show on the court as well, the better. All right, 15 love for Djokovic. Serve. The forehand of Baena, backhand Djokovic, cross court. The backhand of CARBALLES BAENA, backhand Novak. That's in the net. Could see a few breaks today. Both men will be in each other's service games. Yeah, probably will be the case. I agree. We'll see how Novak's serve is looking, though. If Novak's serve is where I'd like it to be, then I don't think we'll see a whole lot of it. But for Baena, but we definitely could. If you're just joining in, by the way, like I was saying right at the start, the head-to-head is 2-0 for Novak, who has won all 6 sets that they've played in the past. Both came at hard court majors, Australian Open, US Open, where Novak won pretty handily in straight sets. Although 3 of their 6 sets did go 6-4, which is not that one-sided, to be fair. Backhand Djokovic, cross court to the backhand of Baena. That goes out. 15. Backhand Djokovic here. The forehand of CARBALLES BAENA. Slices it. Backhand drop shot. CARBALLES BAENA gets out the lob. Smash Djokovic put away. Wasn't just regular smash too. It was a very solid smash. Djokovic back in business. Right back where he needs to be. BAENA with a fairly poor service game there at 1-0. And it's 2-1 for Djokovic. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Hey, Lexi. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? 2-1 for Djokovic here. Right back in business. By the way, in their Australian Open match, BAENA versus Djokovic, I'm looking at the stats now. And I'm looking at the stats, and Djokovic won 87% of his first serve points. Djokovic won 87% of his first serve points. I don't expect that to be the case here in much slower clay conditions. Also, Djokovic's serve probably not quite what it was back then. Not quite what it is now as it was back then. The other stat I want to point out is that CARBALLES BAENA only made 50% of his first serves in. And he won 67% of first serve points, which is good. That's decent. He won 36% of second serve points. So if he can get more first serves in than just half of them, then he could do better. So I don't expect Djokovic's first serve numbers to be as good as they are. And if CARBALLES BAENA can make more first serves in, then that could be a big deal. Winners to errors, I don't expect CARBALLES BAENA to hit a whole lot of winners. He didn't in that match in Australia. I don't expect him to here, but that's just not the way he plays. He did hit a couple winners in the first game of the match, which is a good sign. But I think if he can break Djokovic down and just be the really tough clay court grinder and kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but like constantly just like heavy shots from the back of the court. Like that could be a tough person to deal with over, 3 hours or more. Backhand cross court goes out. So love 15. Here, relaxing break. Come on, Novak. Here, cheer for the other galaxy as always. Let's root for Novak. Hell no, not happening. We'll see how CARBALLES BAENA does. Stuff for these not on the courts with the roof. For those not on the courts with a roof, Ruud, for example, as a 3-time major finalist, must be wondering why he's on a big court. Why he's not on a big court if his matches will get backlogged. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I fully agree. And he does deserve the big courts. There's no doubt about it. He's already shown that he does. Former world number 2. Has been as high as number 1 in the live rankings. In that absolutely ridiculous U.S. Open where about 4 or 5 players had chances for world number 1. That Casper Ruud becoming number 1 in the live rankings during that U.S. Open is just the funniest thing ever to me. That whole U.S. Open is so wild. How it ended up. Forehand cross court, the forehand BAENA, backhand Djokovic cross court, backhand CARBALLES BAENA, forehand Djokovic. Back to forehand CARBALLES BAENA cross court, forehand Novak big down the line, backhand CARBALLES BAENA defending well down the middle, backhand cross court, backhand to backhand. Backhand CARBALLES BAENA has drop shots in the net, love 40. That's not a good sign for BAENA. Second time now that he's down love 40. Ferrer, by the way, sitting in CARBALLES BAENA's camp. Djokovic so tough. We'll see. I think one of the biggest questions is how Djokovic looks over the course of this whole match. If CARBALLES BAENA can break him down at all. Let's see. It's a big stern test. It's a stern test for Djokovic. I don't know if it's the most difficult match or matchup for him, but it's a test for him. That's a good test for him. 1540. Good serve from Baena, saves another break point, 30-40. This could end up being a crucial game here. This could end up being a crucial game here. I know it's kind of been a break fest so far. Just breaks back and forth, but if CARBALLES BAENA can kind of hold his serve here, this could be a big moment early in this first set. One more point to go. Serve down the tee, forehand Djokovic, forehand Baena, back to the forehand Novak. That's a backhand Baena cross court. Backhand slice, backhand to Baena. Backhand to backhand. Still a backhand to backhand. Both exchanging backhand blows. Drop shot. Redrop from Baena. Backhand Novak is there down tee. CARBALLES BAENA, great legs though. Gets the lob. Oh, Novak somehow gets it with the slide, but that's a fantastic get from Baena. I mean, you have to give it up. I mean, I guess he could also tell that that's a big moment in this match if he could save all three break points. You need to see the replay. First, a great redrop from Baena. Fantastic. And Djokovic had a great shot, but that lob is just amazing. I mean, how is Novak still doing that at 37, by the way? Sliding and running like a madman. I mean, the athleticism that guys like Monfils, Nadal, Djokovic are shown in this tournament is kind of amazing. Some of the big legends are still around. I mean, Nadal and Djokovic are all-time greats, but Monfils is... Anyway. All right, Baena. That's in the net and goes out. So, advantage to Djokovic. Break points won, by the way, so far. Djokovic 1 for 4 because of the 3 they missed earlier. Another break point to save here for Baena. Forehand down the line, the backhand Novak. Backhand to Baena, down the line. Forehand to Djokovic. Backhand CARBALLES BAENA. Forehand to Djokovic, big. Inside out, backhand CARBALLES BAENA. Oh, wow. That is a tough shot what CARBALLES BAENA just hit. The shots that it takes to win matches aren't the shots you'll usually see on top 10 ESPN plays or on Shot of the Day Roland Garros. Those aren't the matches it takes to win matches. Those aren't shots it takes to win matches. It's shots like that one that Baena just hit. Looked like Djokovic could have even win the point. It looked like he could have finished off the point with that shot. It looked like he could have, it looked like that could have been at least the final blow in which he finds an advantageous position where he can finish off on the next couple shots. But CARBALLES BAENA defending so well and just such great kind of athleticism and on that shot. I mean, so obvious that he's practiced that shot 5 million times because that's the only way you're going to be able to hit that so cleanly and so properly as he does. But just defending so well out of that backhand corner, sliding into it, and great depth. And Djokovic misses the drop shot in the net, probably not expecting that kind of a shot from Baena. Advantage CARBALLES BAENA. First serves in the net. Second serve coming here. Backhand Djokovic. The backhand of Baena down the line. Forehand Djokovic. Forehand of CARBALLES BAENA. Forehand Djokovic as the tape goes over. Backhand Baena. Forehand Djokovic cross court. Back forehand slice of Baena. Forehand Novak. Forehand Baena cross court. Forehand Djokovic on the line. Backhand CARBALLES BAENA. Again, another one of those great backhands. He's got an elite backhand. Backhand drop shot. Oh, it's going to be not good enough. Redrop. Oh, they're going to get there. Wow. Dude, don't underestimate the speed of ATP Tour players, period. Like, It's pretty much across the board. If you're gonna finish off the point with a drop shot, you better hit a good drop shot because these guys are quick and Baena is quick. I mean, listen, Djokovic had any shot to finish off that rally, decides to go for a drop shot. That's not the safest option against. I'm not even going to say Carballes Baena, just most ATP Tour players because they are fast, dude. Quickness around the court, footwork is one of the biggest differentiating factors of pro players and guys below that level. And this guy is fast, man. If Djokovic has another option to finish the point, even if he's not sure you will, like, you better go for that option. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. I will mention this, though. What'd I say? Carballes Baena needs to make more first serves in. I don't know that he is. Let me see. Actually, okay. He's doing decent. Okay. Wasn't really tracking it too hard, so that's pretty good. Yeah, Djokovic is doing really well on the first serve return as well. I did notice this, though. Winners to errors. All right. Well, keep tracking the stats as the match keeps going. I did notice whenever it's going to second serve point, Carballes Baena is struggling. But he's doing decent so far at avoiding them. 30 love here for Djokovic. Great game there for Carballes Baena to still show that he's right here in this match. Early. Very, very early, but he's in it. Forehand, awkward shot. Djokovic bounces. 40 love. Easy, easy. Serve down T, forehand, and Carballes Baena goes wide. 3-2. 3-2. 3-2. It's kind of crazy that Djokovic still the number one seed in this tournament. This could be the last time he enters a slam as the number one seed. It really could be. If he doesn't reach the final, then Sinner will be world number one for the first time of his career. So, Djokovic, by the way, winner of this plays the winner of Monfils versus Musetti. That's going to be a great match later today. Also in this section, you have Fognini and Tommy Paul. Don't sleep on Fognini. That's kind of what I got to say. Also, Francisco Cerundolo and Mislic. Or Mislic. Mislic, probably. A lot of players have not finished their second round match yet. I will say that much. Djokovic playing solid. Yeah, I think he's playing well. I agree. This guy plays so much like David Ferrer. He's a brick wall. If you don't have the power to hit through him, you have to be so precise to end the point. Yeah, I agree. Just kind of, I don't know, just composed, precise, kind of, like moderately decent aggressive hitting from the back, but not really aggressive, just kind of just tough shot after tough shot, just grinding out the point and building out the point corner to corner. And yeah, you have to be super precise to end the point. It's very tough to hit through him. Absolute brick wall. I agree. Very, very quick. Very quick. David used to run 15 miles before a game. I'd believe it. I'd only believe it with David Ferrer, but that sounds right. Forehand Baena lob, smash Djokovic, put away. That's not going to be good enough. That's the other one. That's the other one you want to be dangerous hitting against a pro player is the lob because, well, you have to be. It's dangerous hitting that against most players if they have any chance of coming to the net or being at the net. We can make the jokes about Novak, but if you're going to hit that easy of a lob to him, he's going to hit an overhead winner. Love 15 here. Love the way the clay at Roland Garros looks. I have to say that. This is always so fun to watch. Forehand Novak defending well. The lob. Smash from Baena. Djokovic there with the forehand lob. Smash Baena. Djokovic there back to, not quite back to neutral, but we're hitting from the back of the court. Baena still in control with the forehand winner. Into the deuce side as Djokovic is on the ad side. Still defending. 15 all. I don't think Djokovic wants to find himself that far behind the baseline just grinding out these rallies. I don't think that's where he wants to be. I don't think that's a sweet spot. So we'll keep an eye on Djokovic's court positioning in this match because I don't think Djokovic wants to put his body through the grinder for no reason. Serve from Baena. Out. Second serve. Backhand Djokovic, forehand Baena, backhand Djokovic, down the line, forehand CARBALLES BAENA, backhand Novak. Again, cross court, backhand Baena, forehand Djokovic inside out, backhand Baena down the line. Forehand Djokovic cross court is a great shot. Forehand down the line Baena. This is a very high level, very, very high level stuff right now. Kind of reminds me of the Herbert match because Herbert, I think Matthew said in the chat, that aura is gone. The fear factor is a little bit dead from Novak at the moment, which is really strange to watch and see unfold, but it's a little bit not there at the moment. And these guys are really feeling confident coming up against him. Now, we'll see what the score is with Baena, but Djokovic is not playing badly. He's not necessarily even playing badly, but Baena is playing really well. It's high level at the moment. So take it in while it is because it's great right now. Forehand, the backhand. Baena is a great shot cross court. 40-15. 40-15. What's up, Faison? Just read the David Ferrer name, Grr. Here we go. It's 40-30 as Djokovic goes to the other side, 28 minutes in. Djokovic so good on the return of serve as he just blasted a forehand winner down the line there. Forehand shank, that goes out. Maybe a little bit of fear factor coming back into play there as Djokovic with the return of serve just so absolutely on it. We got deuce, another crucial point here in this first set. But I will say this, even if this doesn't go to break point, if CARBALLES BAENA can escape quite a few games like this and still stay on serve, that would be a huge moment for him. See if he can get his own chances. He did convert on his very first break point of the first game with a winner as well. Great winner, forehand winner. Advantage Baena here. It's a point that Djokovic would want back. First serve goes well long. Forehand Novak inside out, backhand. Oh, wow. That is special, dude. That's special. CARBALLES BAENA with the backhand down the line. A lot of this is going to be about belief. A lot of this is going to be about belief. And it is corny. It sounds corny even to me when I say it. But a lot of this is about belief of CARBALLES BAENA and how much he can believe he can beat Novak. So we'll see. I mean, okay. Also, Djokovic just another level than CARBALLES BAENA. Let's make that clear. I'm not saying CARBALLES BAENA has a great shot now to win this, like to win the match. But I am saying that he's going toe-to-toe so far early stages. So at least to take this first set, A lot of this, how much CARBALLES BAENA instills himself into the match, I think a lot of it, I think, could be based on belief at this point, because CARBALLES BAENA is playing at a high level. So in that many words, that's kind of what I mean. That's kind of what I mean. All right, serve here, Djokovic, out wide. Back and Djokovic hits the tape, and it goes out. The key for Djokovic to serve extremely well, and he has the roof to do that. Then he can expend energy on the Baena service games. Baena playing so well, especially this game. Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything. Absolutely. I mean, we already know the second serve return is going to be there as well. I mean, the return of serve in general, as it has been. But the serve, he needs to serve very, very well, just like he did in Australia. And yeah, the roof will help. Forehand shank from Baena goes out. 15 all. Zverev playing at the moment as well. By the way, he's up 2-0 and a break on David Goffin. Good to see his name in the mix, though. David Goffin. Goffin doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. Very, very good player in his day. Big shout from CARBALLES BAENA. He gets to 15-30. All right, this is the first time where I really feel like Novak fans can start a little bit of worry, not panic, but can start a little bit of worry because they've come up against a very high level opponent. That should be clear, in my opinion. Now, what he does with that level, we'll see, and we'll see how Novak responds as well. He wants to serve his way out of this game. It's okay. It's exactly what he does. Novak here's my call to action, and he he performs with the serve. 30 all. Novak needs another decently big serve there. It doesn't even have to be as big as the last one, but he wants another big serve here at 30 all. Moment of truth for both. Serve out wide, and he is that an ace? It looked like an ace. Is it in? The umpire's looking at it. CARBALLES BAENA is contesting the call. Umpire says it's in. I'd like to see the Hawkeye on it. It did look in when Djokovic hit it. Came in at a kind of strange angle, but wow, I mean, come on. Give the props to the umpire. That is in on the Hawkeye by like a millimeter. So it might not, I mean, who knows, but who knows, man. But okay, anyway, Djokovic's point, 40-30. Who knows at that point? Serve down the tee is very big. CARBALLES BAENA gets it back forehands. Very good shot into that deuce side, and it's 4-3. Djokovic, fantastic with the hold. Stuff that you've come to expect from Novak in those moments of truth. At least Baena showed up. I like it when players try their best against top 10 players. Yeah, I agree. I like it when they show that they have the game and the belief to really hold with them. Longer it goes without Novak breaking, he will feel the pressure on his own serve. Without Novak breaking, he'll feel pressure on his own serve. Will Baena pounce? Okay, Novak is feeling it. This is Baena's chance. That was an impressive close by Novak. I thought he was going to be tested there at 15-30. I really thought so as well. But listen, it's a sign that Baena, I mean, with some time in one of those games, can go an extra step there. Potentially. I mean, it doesn't necessarily show it 100%, but I think it shows it. I think that Djokovic will want to break right here in this next game, or maybe at 4-4. You never know. Or at 5-5. That's kind of my feeling, to be honest, in this first set. But I could just as easily imagine Djokovic getting it done here in this next game. So let's see. Serve here, Baena. Great ace down the tee. 15 love. Baena would love nothing more than a quick game here because he's not had quick games. He has not had quick games. The Spaniard has not had quick games. It's a perfect serve. Couldn't have hit it better. Dean Love. Let's see how he does on the second serve. Kick serve, the backhand Djokovic. Kind of back to neutral here. Although Djokovic does seem to have the tempo a little bit. Defending there with the lob. Oh, it's a great forehand inside out. I mean, I'll tell you what, CARBALLES BAENA is hitting very, very well at the moment from the back of the court. I'll be honest. I mean, this is the kind of set that you play and then it feels like you deserve it. This is the kind of set you play and then it feels a little bit like you deserve it. That's my feeling. We'll see if CARBALLES BAENA takes it, but he's played really well and he's fought to stay inside the set. By the way, Djokovic shoes instilled with the number 24 to show his 24 major titles, which they just showed. That's pretty awesome. It's only something he can boast about, winning 24 majors. At least in singles. I mean, Serena has way more if you count singles and doubles, and there are others as well. I guess Margaret Court can do the same. Margaret Court can wear 24 shoes with 24 on them. She can wear shoes that have like 62 or something because she's won. That's how many slams she's won, singles, doubles, and mixed. Although she's playing in quite a different time, but still. At 4-4, CARBALLES BAENA holds the love against Novak. This is great stuff from Baena so far. Very good. Good clay court tennis. Let's see from Novak. I think it'll only get tougher for Novak as they keep playing long sets. I will say this as well. This means that now over 50% of the sets that they've played, Baena has won at least 4 games, which doesn't say a whole lot, but I will say that that's at least like a decent sign for Baena. And this is their first match on clay. Serve from Djokovic, the forehand of Baena down the line, back in Djokovic. Forehand of Baena, forehand of Novak, back in Baena. Forehand of Djokovic, inside out. That's in the net. I would watch. It's what I said before the 3-4 game. Watch out for Baena. Watch out for CARBALLES BAENA in this game. I just feel like he's gone through a lot of tough games. Djokovic will feel like he's had chances. He's played really well to this point. Serve here from Djokovic. It's a great shot from Djokovic, inside out, defensive. Then he hits a smash him kind of off the bounce smash. If you know, Back and cross court, the back into Djokovic. That goes out 15-30. Now I would feel an even bit more serious worry. This is, I said moment of truth. This is even more so the moment of truth. And not even for Novak, but more so even for Baena to see if he can really, really show that he has something in this match that can worry Novak. This is his moment to show he has something in this match to really worry Novak. It's not 5-5. It's not in the tiebreaker. It's not. It's right here. It's right here, right now. It's the present moment. He can't wait for anything else. This is the moment, in my opinion. Backhand defensive, forehand swing volley put away. Djokovic's so good at that, just reading the game and finding the open space. And Novak closes in and finds a way to rush in and hits it behind Baena, which it's literally impossible to get that shot. Serve here from Djokovic at 30 all. Can he find a big serve? Just like he did then. He does, but Baena with a great return. Forehand inside out. Back in Baena defending well from way back. Back in Baena. We're back to neutral here. Back in Baena. Back into Djokovic. Back in Baena cross court. Get to the back end Novak. Forehand Baena goes for it. Squash on Novak. Baena forehand. Oh, hits the tape. Novak with just enough pace on that squash shot. Baena had that forehand down the line lined up. Maybe waited just a teensy bit too long, or maybe it was just a little bit too much pace from Novak, but Baena shot hits the net. Maybe Baena cutting it a little bit too close. I don't know, but that was a big moment. Baena did really well to get from a losing position into a winning position, but Novak also did well there in that way. Forehand. Oh, it's a late call out on Djokovic's serve. Okay. Baena missed the return into the net, but it's a late call out. Djokovic will reserve. Djokovic not contesting it at all, though. Second serve. Second serve. Forehand, very good. Into that deuce side. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. I would expect that Novak will be far less keen, by the way, to go down 2-0 and that kind of a situation at this point in his career. I do feel like that's worth it to say. I don't think at this point in his career he wants to be doing a whole lot of that, especially against a guy like this. We're not really close to that yet or anything like that, but I do want to point out that at this point, early rounds, I don't think we should be thinking of. He can still do those crazy comebacks, but whether it's against Baena or whether it's against any of his other opponents, I don't think he wants to go down the same way he did against Lorenzo Musetti here, against Tsitsipas, or against any of the other many players, against Jera at the U.S. Open, or against any of the others, like against Sinner at Wimbledon. He wants to find ways to get through these relatively quickly. That would be my best guess. I mean, obviously, I guess, but he'd be far less keen, I think, than he used to be to do that. So I think we have to rewire our thinking a little bit in that way. That's my opinion. And I could be wrong, but that's definitely what I think. In terms of his winning chances for going all the way, especially, even if he can come back. Baena hitting great balls down the line, redirecting so well. I agree. Yeah, true. Baena getting out of that love 40 game was huge. Baena gone up a level since then. Yeah, that's also true. So well in that game. That 30-40 point was crucial then. Just barely finding a way out with that great stretch to a lob volley. Djokovic putting a lot of loop on the ball, not confident hitting it flat. Agree, Djokovic under the pump. Yep. Whenever Baena neutralizes the Novak serve, I back Baena. He's winning the neutral rallies. Yeah. Yeah, Baena, he really is doing really well in those rallies of finding a way. I mean, Novak just not really finding a way past Baena. He's doing really well. He's doing very well. He just hasn't found a way to quite break Novak's serve, but now it's at the point where both guys have had decent chances on each other's serve. But Baena with that 50-30 hole there, and then another chance in that last game. A couple of 15-30 opportunities. Now it's 4-5. It's been a really compelling first set. Serve out wide, forehand Novak. Backhand Djokovic. Oh, wow. I mean, that is a beauty from Novak. Love 15. Just plants his feet and hits a huge shot, DTL. I mean, that could have shown. Okay, just don't show the replay for one of the best shots Novak will hit this whole tournament. Maybe. Just don't show a replay. That's fine. All right, he's 3 points away here. I mean, for any other player hit, I mean, I don't know why they don't show a replay. It's crazy. That was a crazy shot. All right, another serve here from Baena. It's not like it was a long rally either. Backhand Baena, the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand Baena, the backhand of Novak. Forehand Baena, the backhand of Djokovic. Backhand Baena, backhand Djokovic again. Going backhand to backhand. Backhand drop shot. Baena gets there with the redrop. Novak's there under it. Flick. Oh, Baena wins the cat and mouse. I will say again, this just what is Novak? Novak's complaining about something. I don't know what Djokovic's complaining about. Umpire talking to somebody in the crowd saying, "Hey, you have to stop this. If you do this again." Umpire says, "Hey, you can't do this. If you call this again, we'll get you out." Novak saying something like he thought maybe somebody called play in the crowd, called out in the crowd or something like that. Wow, it's unfortunate. I mean, it looked like Novak was probably in a losing position anyway, from what I can tell. But either way, it's not. It's not good. Backhand, forehand to Djokovic, inside out. The backhand Baena, backhand Djokovic down the line, forehand Baena. It's over it. Forehand Baena, forehand Baena again. Doing so well sliding on this court. Backhand slice. 15-30. I will say this though, I mean, CARBALLES BAENA, I've known how good he is. Like, I know how good CARBALLES BAENA is, but he's been really impressive in this match. Really impressive. It takes a lot to win a set against Djokovic. We'll see if he can crunch down again yet one more time. But I will say this: Baena is doing so astonishingly well at playing defense to offense and hitting over the shot and finding good ways to reposition himself on the court in order to have good, effective, and consistent depth defense on his shots and to keep the balls low. He's doing really, really well. And it goes back to athleticism, which he's just obviously a very fit guy. Backhand rally. Backhand Djokovic, the backhand of CARBALLES BAENA, backhand Novak. Backhand Baena again hits the tape, but goes over. Backhand Djokovic, the forehand of Baena. Forehand Novak cross court, forehand Baena down the line. Backhand Djokovic. The backhand of Baena. What a rally. Backhand down the line. Baena's there at the squash shot. What a rally here. Forehand inside out. Baena defending like crazy. Lob. Smash. What a point. And Novak reigns supreme. He's at 15-40. 15-40. 2 points away. 2 points away. Team 40, 2 points. But I don't know. I don't know if the set is over. I'll be honest. Let's see. 24 shot rally. I don't know if the set is over. Let's see if Djokovic can finish it. He'll want another one of those huge forehand returns here. Big serve down the tee. That goes out. He's not been doing as well on second serve points. Decide to go big there. Not give himself a bit of a cushion for a kind of high percentage second. But backhand cross court, the backhand of Baena down the line. Forehand Djokovic. Forehand Baena. Forehand Novak again down the line. The backhand Baena. Backhand Djokovic. Backhand Baena again. Cross court, good depth. Backhand lob Djokovic. Forehand inside out. Backhand Djokovic. Forehand Baena leaves lots of court open, but it's in the net anyway. Djokovic gets through a very, very, very tough first set. 6-4, but God, it wasn't easy. Carballes Baena has proven himself to be a tough customer here, even though Djokovic takes the first set. I think it was a good level from Novak. I didn't even think he played poor. I thought he played well. I thought he played well. I thought both guys played well. High level first set. 6-4. I thought both guys played well there. He'll be hoping that Baena drops his level because this keeps up Novak's in big trouble. Not sure Novak has another gear. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I mean, Novak got the first set anyway, but we'll see if Baena can keep this up because I agree that this will be tough for him if Baena keeps it up. And he could definitely take a set if he does. Come on, Roberto. Yep. Yeah, not quite at the end. Not quite at the end, Cedric. For Baena. What just happened? I thought they're even. Yeah, Novak got to 5-4, and Baena couldn't hold his serve. I know him as Baena. Yeah, Baena is fun to say. I like saying Baena. It's better than Carballes Baena. Anybody with 5 million names, it's just like, sorry, but I'm just going to use one of them. Like, if it's Botic van de Zandschulp, I'm sorry, but your name is not Botic van de Zandschulp. It's just not. It's Botic, or maybe Van, or Schulp. All right. Here are the stats. So, yep, well, wow. I mean, this is strange, just looking at this. But Baena could do better on winning his serve points. That's clear, especially because Novak's doing pretty well. And winners to errors is very similar. I mean, it was a close set. It was a close set, but Novak managing to break right at the end. I will say this, though, that Baena, to avoid going down on under trouble on his serve, will want to improve this. Just winning points on his serve. He'll want to find more ways to win points on his serve. Back to work mode. Yep, true. Baena got a bit tight in that game. Before this game, he was being proactive, but the last game went to a shell. Novak went to lockdown mode. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of saying it. It was very minute and very kind of hard to see changes of what happened that game, but I agree. It felt like Baena was way more passive and just reactive than he was before. BVDZ, yeah, that's a good one too. Just call him BVDZ, BVDZ, BVDZ. Vanda in Dutch means from the or of the. Botic of the wait. Botic of the Schulp. Botic from the Schulp. Great. Botic from the Sculp. Botic van de Zandschulp. Botic from the Schulp. Nice. Cedric, don't let work in the White House. Yeah. Botic got a bit tight. Baena got a bit tight. We'll see. We'll see if Baena can kind of hold his nerve, because if he plays the way he played for most of that set, then he's going to be a tough customer again. Baena, by the way, with the statement to start off the second set with a backhand down the line. I want Baena to keep his belief, because objectively he should believe that he has a chance to win at least a set here. 22-shot rally to start off the second set. Exactly the point Baena wants to play. He can make Novak a little bit tired as well. I mean, come on. This could be good for Baena. I don't think Baena is completely out of this match. It's just a set, and Baena prove that he can be tough in that set. He'll learn as well from the things that he did not quite perform as well on. Back and Djokovic down the line. Baena's there at the volley. It's a backspin volley into the net, though. So 15 all. First points, Baena setting the message, is fired up for a long battle. Yeah, absolutely. Locked in. Warrior mode. Locked in. Warrior mode. By the way, random question for the chat. It doesn't really have anything to do with this match. Actually, no. Okay, I have a good question, but I'll save it for another match because it doesn't feel really appropriate. Actually, no. Knowing this chat, I'll ask it anyway, and I'll ask maybe a Novak question as well. I'll ask a Novak question as well later. But I do want to ask this because it just came to my mind. If you could pick one final kind of final or one opponent, one final opponent, one opponent for Rafa to play at the Roland Garros Olympics as his last match, who would you choose as his opponent? Any player. Who would you choose as his opponent for a final kind of match? It's a great shot, or just as a last opponent he'll play at the Olympics. If you could have Nadal play one guy of your choosing. So if you're from Djokovic, I mean, yeah, for me, I Alcaraz. I mean, there are different players I can name, and yeah, actually, I was gonna say one. Yeah, I'd go with Djokovic probably. This feels like the obvious, but there's other good answers as well. Alcaraz, nice. I like it. I like it, that BD. It's a great answer. Let me know in the chat. Who would you, if you could have Nadal play any player for his last match this year's Olympics, who would you choose? Any player. It could be Dustin Brown. Although, I don't know. I don't know. If you're a Rafa fan, do you want him to play Dustin Brown again? Because he's like 0-2 against Brown. Djokovic gets the first game of the second set. I think a big thing depends on how Carballes Baena can figure out the serve/return dynamic. Because aside from that, I mean, he's crushing everything. I mean, he's killing it in all departments in terms of making this a very close match. Forehand Novak, the backhand Baena. Backhand Djokovic down the line, forehand to Carballes Baena. Forehand Djokovic cross court. Baena, wow. I mean, incredible slide there. Baena gets there. How fast is this guy? Oh, Djokovic goes behind Baena, very crafty at the net. Baena just shakes his head because Novak is just a little bit too good sometimes. Love 15. I mean, Baena hit some exquisite shots, stay in it, but Novak also that forehand's looking good from Djokovic. So, wow. I mean, Novak is just. I mean, the guy is killer, man. Novak 10 out of 13 at the net. Baena 3 out of 7. Another first serve miss. Baena just weaker on the serve at the moment. Back in Djokovic cross court. The back in Baena. Forehand Novak inside out. Back in Baena down the line. Forehand Djokovic. Forehand Baena. Back in Djokovic. Back in Baena. Back in Djokovic. Drop shots in the net. 15 all. Forehand Novak. Forehand Baena down the line is a great shot. Back in Novak gets it. Forehand right back to the back in Novak. Of course he gets it. I mean, come on. Coming in on the most solid, best backhand in the history of the game, in my opinion. You have the open court. Why do you go there? Especially when you set the point up so well. Why do you go inside out, dude? You're playing Djokovic. Perfect winner cross court from Novak. This guy is too good. Great signs for Djokovic. He's playing well. He's getting some good, probably necessary tests in the early rounds. I do think that if Baena can keep making this close and really physical, though, definitely won't be ideal for Novak, though. Especially if he can take a set or something. Does look like Novak is maybe finding another gear, though. In the net. Also, Baena serve is just kind of getting more and more of a weakness here. 1540. It's a double fall. I think his first of the match. Serve here from Baena. Back in return. That goes out. Baena taking some time to rest there and really take his time before that point, using almost the entirety of the shot serve clock. He gets the 30-40. Gets 30-40. By the way, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to Quality Shot Tennis if you have not already. I would greatly appreciate it to see all the future streams, podcasts, videos that we do, all of the live streams for all the matches. Second serve here by Baena. It's a big point. Kick serve back in Djokovic, cross court, back in Baena, back cross court, backing down the line. Baena's there, but he mishits the forehand, and it goes out. 2-0 for Novak. Novak looking better and better. Good stuff. It's going to be really compelling at this tournament here and Wimbledon to watch Novak. I don't know. At Wimbledon, it's going to be hard to say because I don't know how much he's going to be thinking about the Olympics that are coming up, or how much his practice is going to go towards the clay still in the Olympics. But either way, even if he even plays Wimbledon, I mean, I think I've heard rumors that he might not even play. It's definitely far from confirmed, though. So we'll see what all happens. Far from confirmed. But anyway, at least here, it's going to be really compelling to see how far Novak can go at this point in his career. Is there another slam waiting for him? And has he reached his last slam final, even if he doesn't win another slam? I mean, Roger won the Australian Open against Cilic at 36 and a half years old, which is crazy. And then a year and a half later, he reached his final slam final, played Djokovic in the final at Wimbledon. Will Djokovic have another one of those kind of moments? We'll see. I mean, it seems like logically it might happen. At least to get to another final. Maybe at Wimbledon. We'll see. Serve Djokovic out wide, forehand. Back in Novak cross court, back into Baena. Back in Djokovic slice. Back into Baena. Back in Djokovic down the line, forehand to Baena. Back in Djokovic. Back into Baena. Back in Djokovic again. Back in CARBALLES BAENA. Back in Djokovic down the line, hits the tape, goes over. Back in Djokovic. We're going back into back. Has a long, grueling rally here. Back in Baena missed it. Djokovic outlasting CARBALLES BAENA. Good stuff. Good stuff from the Serb. Let's go. Against the 31-year-old Spaniard, CARBALLES BAENA. Didn't realize he was I just looked up his age. I didn't realize he was quite that didn't realize he was 31. I thought he was like 25 or 26. I didn't think he was 25. I thought he was like 26 through 28-ish. Backhand, that goes out from Baena, so 40-15 for Djokovic. Roger and Novak, but Roger's retired, so Novak. Yeah. Roger Rafa is always amazing, but yeah, Novak would be great. Wawrinka, they could retire together and have some great rallies. Dude, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, Sean. Or like, like Gasquet, Monfils, like one of those guys, although he'd probably beat Gasquet, so that'd be the final, probably. If that is his last match. Monfils versus Rafa. Sinner Rafa is I want to see Sinner versus Rafa. I don't know if I'm the only one, but like they would have great matches. They already have. I mean, I'm just waiting for another Sinner Rafa. I want to see a Sinner Rafa when Sinner is the player he is, because we haven't had that yet. We need to have all of these kind of GOAT versus young player matchup. And that could be a really good one. I mean, Sinner would be a big favorite, big favorite, to be fair. But on clay courts, it could be rather interesting at the Olympics. Sinner Rafa at the Olympics would be amazing. I'm just gonna say that straight up. That'd be next level. And their thoughts on Yannick Noah as the new Team Europe manager. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that much about like Noah's personality or how much he brings, but I do know back in the day he was a pretty popular player in that way, so I'm sure he has something to bring in that regards. Um, yeah, I'll be honest. Of all the kind of players from back in the day, I haven't seen that much of him play or that much of him as I would want to. So I want to go back and watch clips and stuff. But I mean, the guy's a great player, slam champion, and I think it'll be fun. I did also hope that they would get. Um, I did also hope that they would get like big rivals because I mean, Yannick Noah wasn't he like early eight? I don't think that he and Axie ever played, right? They couldn't have. So I would have wished that they could keep going with the rivalries. Did they play? Let me see. Maybe they did. Hold up. No, I don't think they could. Or wait, okay, they did play. 1 versus 1. Okay, they did play. Interesting. When did they play? I can try to see if I can find this match. Okay, cool. Okay, here you go. They played 1989, a couple matches in 1989. Interesting. They played on hard courts, Indian Wells. Yannick Noah won 7-5, 6-4. And then they played Davis Cup on carpet, and I actually won 6-3, 7-6. Okay, so they were rivals and stuff. I mean, not rivals, but they did play at the kind of, I guess, at the kind of end stages of Noah's career. At least there's that. Novak, by the way, looking a little bit reminiscent of Australian Open last year as he's kind of cruising through Baena. I mean, he's playing awesome. This is exciting for Djokovic fans. He's playing really well. Back in Baena. Forehand of Novak gets there. Oh wow, that's a flick. Dude, this is like Djokovic close to his best, right? Djokovic is looking good at the moment. Djokovic has hit a stride. We'll see if he keeps it, but the guy's playing great. I mean, I guess close to his best is a big way of saying it, but just this is how you'd want him to be playing at this tournament at the moment. Forehand, Djokovic gets it. It's behind Baena. Backhand slice. Forehand, Novak again attacking inside out. Backhand volley, Djokovic. Forehand flick, Djokovic volley. Forehand put away Baena. 30 all. Something they get Roger. Roger versus Axie would be great because they actually played a slam final versus each other. But listen, here's the thing though, Lexi. I don't know if this will happen, but here's my hope. First, they could get Yannick Noah versus Andre Agassi. Then after that, maybe they get Leighton Hewitt and Roger Federer. They might get Federer and Hewitt. I hope for that. We'll see. Federer and Sampras would be quite good as well. But I don't think Sampras would be wanting to do that, to be honest. But Federer and Hewitt could be quite good. Federer and Hewitt could be quite good. We could also get like Federer versus Del Potro. That would be incredible if we get that. Federer versus Delpo. I would love that. Federer Delpo or Federer Hewitt. Either of those would be amazing. Either of those would be amazing. Especially Del Potro now that Yannick Noah, I mean, he's won just one major, I think. Del Potro deserved more than one, but definitely could be Del Potro. That'd be awesome if Delpo is willing to do that. He did say something though, like looking at tennis gives him pain, which is really unfortunate. But he has been going some tennis things, commentating on tennis matches on Twitter. Anyway, I've seen that, like last year's Wimbledon final, I believe. He was talking about that, just like everybody was talking about it. I'd love to see Federer Del Potro, but any of those kind of mixes would be great. All right, serve here from Djokovic. Forehand of Baena, forehand of Novak, goes back to forehand of Baena. Forehand of Djokovic big to the back of Baena, back and volley. Baena's there with the lob. Smash Novak's a good one. Baena's there with the forehand, but that goes long. 15-love. What is the total points won here? I don't think it's completely one-sided, but it's also not been entirely not one-sided. Wow. 17 out of 24 points won the set so far. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at this. 75% of first serves in. Fantastic. Fantastic. Love this. Let's go Novak. Doing well. Serve from Djokovic. It's a double fault. 8th point of the set for Baena. Not quite the Australian Open where Baena just won 4 points in the third set, but that's my dream match for Rafa. Don't care who wins as long as it's against Novak. They're the greatest tennis rivalry for me. It's definitely fair. I mean, they're up there for me. They're probably the best ever. I don't think they're my top. It's my top favorite, to be fully honest. But they're. I mean, it's the popular favorite at the moment, which it should be, to be honest. And they have played some absolutely incredible matches. I just thought growing up with Federer, Rafa, as somebody who also loves watching Novak and really likes Novak, and thinks that Novak's the greatest ever. For me, every time Federer and Rafa honestly played against each other, for me it was like an event. The clash of styles that they had. I don't know. There's something different about them, especially growing up as a Federer fan. So, to me, they still might be my favorite, just my personal favorite. But I would concede that I also love Novak versus Roger. But I would concede that Rafa versus Novak is probably the best rivalry. Also, I mean, just the fact that they're 30-29. Novak there at the volley is sensational. Forehand, Novak again there. But he misses it. All right, 2 break points for Baena, at least showing that he's still fighting here. 15-40. Tennis match is not over till it's over. That's a great backhand pass initially from Baena. Well, if he gets one back, we'll see if he gets the second one. But at least for now, he's trying to climb back in the set. Break point. He did play absolutely sensational in the first, and he didn't even, to me, it doesn't appear like he's dropped his level a heavy amount. It just feels like Novak has risen his level. Second serve here from Novak. Here you go. Serve. Forehand Baena. Forehand Djokovic, very good inside out. 30-40. How Spaniards will be allowed in the singles draw. Yeah, Matthew, honestly, I'm not entirely sure about the Olympics and how they're working. I'm hoping Rafa can find a way in, but I meant how many Spaniards are allowed in the Olympics. Will it just be Carlos and Rafa? No, I think it'll be it's the best 64 players. If you're in the top 64 in the rankings, and if you're in the top 4 of your country, then you should be able to get in. So that's kind of what it is, I believe. But I don't know if there are wild cards or anything like that. I guess I don't know. Might be tough for Rafa to find a way in, but I think I remember seeing something like there might be a special exemption or wild card or something for Rafa potentially. That's in the net. Baena gets one back, and I would just say watch out here, to be honest. Just a little bit, just a small kind of watch out, because that's a good fight there from Baena to get the first one back. If he wants to get the first one back, I can assure you he wants to get the second one. Let's see what Djokovic can do to stop him from doing that. Hey, what's up, Julian? To have you in here. think you're right. They could have gone someone who played against McEnroe, right? I don't know some of the players before. Yeah, well, I'm kind of I was glad that McEnroe and Bork both left. I was happy that there was a change in that way. Um, so yeah, Yannick Noah. Yeah, he could have played against any of those guys: McEnroe, Connors, Lendl. I'm sure he played all of those guys. But anyway, they got who they got, and that's all right. Yannick Noah and Agassi should be fun. I just hope. I don't know. I feel like Federer would be the obvious one to really add some excitement to the tournament if he's willing to do that. I guess Federer just didn't really want to in the next couple of years, which is perfectly fair. And yeah, we'll see who they got next. But if it is players from the last recent period and it is none of the big four, I wonder who else they could get. Maybe David Ferrer? David Ferrer versus Del Potro? I don't know. Tsonga versus Del Potro? That could be quite good. Those are two fan favorites, Tsonga, Del Potro. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if Laver Cup is really at a point where it's peaking in excitement, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see how Laver Cup's popularity kind of grows and dips, especially as they keep trying out new coaches. But all right, serve here from Baena. Let's see if he can climb back in the set, or if it's Djokovic to take. It's a great forehand return, forehand down the line from Baena. Back and cross court, Djokovic, backing down the line. Forehand now, Djokovic, the back and Baena down the line. Forehand, Djokovic, cross court. Back into Djokovic, cross court. Backhand slice. Backhand Djokovic goes back to the backhand Baena. Is a Baena who's getting a little bit tired here. Backhand Djokovic going back into backhand. Baena sliding. That's a forehand drop shot in the net, though. Dude, it's a small margin sport. If Djokovic got that, maybe maybe that's it. But he missed it in the net. It's 15-love for Baena now. He might feel a little bit. He wasn't going to run for it anyway, but he might feel a little bit of a pep in his step for the fact that Djokovic missed it. Average rally. I could be reading it wrong because I'm not really. It's hard to read that super small text, but I think it's 6 shots. Average rally is 6 shots. I think that's what it said. Which is pretty wild for every point to go at least 6 shots. Backhand hits the tape, goes over. Djokovic is there. That one is exactly 6 shots. As Djokovic hits a winner cross court, 15-all. Another big moment here. Man, that's a little bit unlucky for Baena that hit the net because it was going to be a great shot if it just went over smoothly without hitting the net. Serve here from Baena. The backhand to Djokovic, forehand to Baena. Does that go out? Goes just out. I think. Yeah, it is out. I don't like this GoPro umpire stuff. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like it very much. I find it really weird and really off-putting every time they show it. I don't like the GoPro umpire thing. It's completely putting me off. Anyway, 15:30 here. First serve in the net. Second serve from Baena. Big serve. Back in Djokovic. Back into Baena. That goes out. 15:40. Looking like Djokovic's match now. 15:40. And it was always going to be hard for Baena, to be honest, in the serve versus return. There's just way too many chances for Novak on the return of serve. Way too many chances. It's kind of been CARBALLES BAENA's undoing, to be honest. I mean, he's played well. Novak has played way better. This is a really encouraging match for Djokovic. For what's been a good test for him. That's a double fault. 5-1 for Djokovic, about to serve out the second set. Nole cruising now, absolutely. Yeah, I've been telling telling people this for ages. Roger sees himself as president of the Laver Cup above the participation stuff. That's fair. I mean, it was initially him and his team that created the event. So You know, it's funny. I think with Rafa, I don't get mad even if he's playing bad. With Novak, all my emotion, negative emotion when he's losing. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair though. I mean, Rafa's such a sweetheart, huh? It's hard to get mad at Rafa. I mean, it's a little bit easier with Novak to get a little bit upset, I think. But no, I feel it. Yeah. Um, I guess I'm the same way, honestly. As a fan of Roger, Rafa, and Novak, I would always get upset at Roger when he was losing. I was like, Roger, come on, like not upset, like mad, but I was just like, please, dude. Being a Federer fan is tough, man. It was tough because he'd put himself in so many potential places to win matches, and against the time, I mean, it was only against Nadal and Djokovic he was losing a lot, but uh, he would lose a lot of matches he could have won. It was tough. Um, Also a few matches against Beredic, Songa, etc., etc., etc. But, um, um, yeah, against Federer, I wasn't really mad. I was just like, kind of like, oh, come on, not again. Come on, Roger, please. Like that kind of thing. With Nadal, I never got mad. I was just like, okay, it's all right. He's giving his all. And yeah, with Djokovic, I would always get mad. Like, come on, Novak, please get your act together. Novak, you're better than this. The greatest of all time. Come on, Novak, please. Which I'm sure is what's going on in his head, probably. Is exactly that. That's why he's this good. Forehand. And that's probably why we do that. We're probably sensing exactly what's going on in each of their heads. And Rafa's like, well, I know I'm giving my all. Novak is like, come on, I got to be the best. And Roger's just like, Roger. He's just Roger. All right, 2 points away is Djokovic from the set. 5-1, 30-15. Novak talking to people in his team. I have no idea why, really. I mean, that's exactly what we were just talking about. Such a perfectionist is Novak. But he's playing awesome. Novak should be happy with this level. I'm happy with Novak's level. This is a Novak we need back in the sport for at least for a little bit. Serve from Djokovic. Forehand Baena. Backhand Novak. Forehand Djokovic. Inside out. Backhand Baena. Cross score is a great shot. Backhand half volley is even better. Forehand backhand lob over Baena is going to be a tweener. No. Backhand lob. It's a great shot. Smash. Oh, one of the points to match, but Djokovic wins it. 40-15. Good stuff from Novak. He's doing really well on all accounts in this match. Even the cat and mouse is very good. Novak talking to his team about something. I have no idea what he could possibly be complaining about. But that's Djokovic. And he's at 2 set points. To go up 2 sets to love. I kind of feel like the third set might also be fairly one-sided. It's my feeling. We'll see. That's a great forehand return, though, from Baena, shutting me up. 40-30. Shut me up. Serve here from Djokovic coming. Once again, the winner of this match plays the winner of Monfils versus Musetti, so Djokovic should feel happy about it if it's Monfils. If it's Musetti, it might be a little bit tougher just from a matchup perspective. Monfils won't be easy either, by the way, but he will. I mean, there's a lot of history there. Back and down the line for both in different ways. Forehand Baena big. Back in Djokovic, also big. Back forehand down the line. That goes out. Baena gets the deuce. Gives Novak something to think about. Serve from Novak. Out wide, forehand to Baena. Gets there, real close to the net. Novak. Oh, what did Baena just do? I have no idea what CARBALLES BAENA just did. He just hit something between a forehand and a backhand as he had this return that stayed way up high. I want to see this again. What in the world was that? I've never seen that before in my life. Very rare on a tennis court. Do you see? The guys were smiling and laughing about it. What was that? Baena looked like he hit it on the edge of his racket, hitting a complete mix of a backhand and a forehand. Got caught completely in between. Ended up with this weird slice shot that just went right over the net. Novak put it away. Anyway, advantage to Novak. Down the line, down the tee, serve, backhand Baena, backhand Djokovic, backhand of Baena, backhand Djokovic, the backhand of Baena. Roberto with the shot in the net. Djokovic with an apology. Puts up his hand for an apology. Victory belongs to the most tenacious is on the side of the court. That's what defined Iga Swiatek's win yesterday against Naomi Osaka. I mean, come on. Iga's absolutely made a steal. 6-4, 6-1. Let's look at the stats. The exciting time of the stream. We look at stats. Here we go. I mean, come on. Second serve points, 1 for 6. Yep, this says about everything you need to know. Says about everything you need to know right here. 11 winners to 4 for Djokovic. Hour and 27 minutes played. Ooh, tiebreaker in the third for Hurkacz. Tiebreaker. Yep. Tiebreaker addicted. 1 second. Hurkacz. Wow. Hurkacz, yeah. Hurkacz versus Nakashima. 4th set. I gotta catch up on all the scores going on right now. Roland Garros scores. Here we go. All right, let's go. Finally, some tennis, dude. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Finally, some tennis going on. Shapo, by the way, having a very close match against Tiafoe. God, I would love to see Shapo win that. I mean, not to be anti-American, but I would love to see Shapo get a win like that. Baez with the first 2 sets over Offner, although Offner serving got the third set and is up a break the 4th against Sebastian Baez. Has Baez even reached the... Sebastian Baez is very strange because he hasn't done well at majors. I will say that. Okay, so for a long time, Sebastian Baez had never reached the 3rd round of a major. So now I'm remembering he lost in the 3rd round to Sinner at the Australian Open. It had to be in the 3rd round because Baez was seeded by then. He played Sinner. 3rd round the Australian Open, also 3rd round the U.S. Open. So he's never reached the 2nd week of a major, but now he's finally at least reached the 3rd round. But anyway. FAA up 2-1 and 2-0 over Squire is his name or whatever. Talon Greek Sport took the first set over Darderi. Let's go Talon. It's my boy. It's my boy. Zhang up on Sonego. That's a tough one in the very close first set. That's a tough match between 2 guys who are unseeded. Those are 2 of the most dangerous seeds in the whole draw, in my opinion. Medvedev completely cruised over Kecmanovic, but I guess Kecmanovic was injured. I didn't really get to catch that very much. What else? What's happening for the women's side? Madsen Keys about to bagel Sheriff. Or Sharif. Not really sure how to say it. Samsonov up 5-2 on Nisimova. Okay, well, I hope Nisimova can find something. Leylah Fernandez killing it, up a set on Wong. Collins with a very close match against Danilovic. I do like Danilovic, but she's losing. Siniakova. Katie Volley nets down to Vondrousova. Rybakina got the win. A lot of exciting stuff going on. Serve. Forehand from Djokovic. Forehand from Novak inside out. Backhand slice. Forehand drop shot Djokovic. Baena's going to be there because he's fast. He is. Oh! Djokovic around the nets! Dude! Novak says, hey, I can pull a Roger Federer. Novak says, "Hey, they're still the big three is still around at the top of the rankings at the moment. This might be the last time the big three is at the top of the rankings. We never know." And it was Federer who started back in the day with around the net shot. I said I can hit him around the net shot. And once again, they're not showing a replay, dude. What is this? This is unbelievable, dude. They're not showing a replay on my screen. The two best shots Novak has hit this match, they're not showing replays. I don't know why. I mean, come on, bro. I guess they will once it gets to 1-0. They better. Shot by Baena. Could have gone for a tweener, but it's a great shot. Down the line, backhand is outrageous from Novak out of nowhere. 30 all now from Djokovic. That was a great retrieval shot from Baena. Definitely not one to hit tweeners or anything like that. That could have been a good time to hit one, though. But it was also a good time to hit the shot he did. But Novak just relentless with a backhand down the line shot. 30 all. Ferrer talking to Baena there. Do they have the rosters for Team World in Europe? I don't think they have completed ones. They have some people who are signed up, like Alcaraz and Rafa, I think. Joko's fallen off. Psych, yeah. 30 all. I mean, why would they didn't even show a replay for the around the net. That was outrageous. Backhand cross court, the backhand of Baena, forehand of Djokovic. Inside out is very good. Baena gets there, volley put away. 30-40, a break point here for Novak. I just hope they show it at this 1-0 game because if they don't, then I don't know what they're doing, really. Okay, they show a replay for this shot for some reason. This volley that Novak hit as it was like an inch over the net. Anyway, it's a break point here for Djokovic. Forehand Djokovic, forehand of Baena, backhand Novak. Forehand of Baena, backhand Djokovic. The forehand of Baena hits it out. All right, 1-0 for Djokovic. 1-0 Djokovic. I think what's happening with Zizou Bergs. What do you mean? Is he? What's going on there? Is he playing at the moment? I kind of missed that when I was looking at scores. Yeah, Bergs beat Martyr. Is there? Was there a story there? Bergs is playing amazing though. I mean, this is the guy that he played a really good match against Rafa in Rome, and he's a talented young player. Still just like 23 years old. He's fantastic. I still want to watch a little bit more of him, but whenever I watch him, he's just looked great, solid all around. So Danielle hasn't had an easy ride today. Herkoch won. Let's go, Herkoch. They've got body cam at least. Yeah, they do. They do that. They do have that. All right, 1-0 here for Djokovic. Djokovic cruising now at this point. I mean, he's on a 5-star cruise at this point, just cruising through. Backing down the line, misses it wide, so love 15 here. This is great signs for Djokovic. And I do feel like Musetti could struggle against Monfils in the next round, in which case, well, we'll see. I mean, Musetti loves this tournament. He's performed well at this tournament. I lost to Alcaraz, I think last year, lost to Djokovic the year before that. So he likes this tournament. I feel like both players are playing well. But am I wrong? I think Monfils has had good matches against Musetti. I'm going to look up their head-to-head just now. Backhand cross court. That's a great shot. Winner from Novak right in the corner. Yeah, Monfils beat Musetti the time that they played. It was Vienna 2021, though. But anyway, we'll see what happens in that one. I don't really get anything from Vienna 2021 for Roland Garros 2024, especially Musetti. But and for Monfils, who's just in a very different position now as well. But we'll see. Good serving from Novak. Novak's really perfected his serve to be one of the best on the tour. 30-15. Serve here from Djokovic. Wow. Another killer serve is an ace out wide, 40-15. This is looking more like a world number one player. I'll say that much. Um, it's been hard to find the world number one for a little bit, but I'm seeing the world number one again, which is awesome. When the world needed him most, when tennis world needed him most. Be great to see him really perform like this at the Roland Garros throughout this tournament. That's a great forehand winner inside out. Really strong stuff from Novak. I love to see it. I just hope he can maintain this throughout the tournament. Love to see it. Love to see it. Serve here from Baena. Out wide for Djokovic. Back into Baena cross court. That's too good. In love. Backhand of Baena for Djokovic. Back into Baena. Misses it wide, so 15 all. Have you been playing much tennis lately, Anthony? Yes, I have. Yesterday I played a practice for mixed doubles team that I'm on. Day before that I hit with my friend Davies. And I've been playing a little bit. I'm going to be doing lots of tennis drills throughout the summer, which I'm very excited about, honestly. I'm also hoping to do more of my singles tennis league. I'm playing a match tomorrow, singles match tomorrow, start of a tournament at the end of the spring season for my tennis kind of ladder, what they call it, tennis league. So yeah, I've been playing it and it's a lot of fun to play. So should be great. 3-15 here. Baena serve down the tee. Forehand Djokovic. The forehand Baena slides, gets into a forehand. Djokovic comes to net. Forehand pass. That's great from Baena. It looked like it was going to be close, but it looked like it was going in for sure. 40-15 Baena, get another game on the board. How's Layla? Did she win today? She's currently winning. At least in our lifetime, there's no Norwegian played at a top level. Yeah, it's awesome. Casper is awesome. I'm a huge fan. I'm not Norwegian, but Casper is awesome. I mean, Casper. Well, yeah, Casper is one of the guys that I'm always happy to see win. Very happy to watch whenever I can. Lob that goes out. I'm sure you've heard the story, Lexi, but the first time I watched Casper wasn't on a clay court, it was on a hard court against Dimitrov at a 250 tournament in San Diego semifinals, and they played, I thought, one of the most sensational matches, playing at a very high level, both of them. And since then, I was like, this guy is built different. I really think he's going to win a major at some point. I don't know when, but I think he's going to win a Roland Garros at some point. Don't know if it's this year or another year. I think he'll have time, even if it's not this year. Like if Ruud doesn't win I'll just say for myself personally, if Casper doesn't win Roland Garros this year, I'm not going to panic that he's never going to win a major. I'm just not going to do that. Backhand cross court, the backhand Djokovic. Forehand to Baena, hits the tape, goes over. Novak still gets there. Lob, backhand smash. Novak doesn't give up on a point. Listen, sometimes when that ball hits the tape and goes just barely over, a person gives up. Novak did not. Great stuff to keep his legs on the point and keep his eye on the ball. That was a slice shot, hit the tape, full momentum stopped. And Novak still just barely got under it, like an inch off the ground. Then a backhand smash. Not easy for the top tier Serbian, elite level, GOAT level. Deuce here with CARBALLES BAENA on to serve and Philippe Chatrier. And he misses the serve, second serve. Hour and 40 minutes played so far. Forehand Djokovic, back in Carballes Baena, cross court, back in Djokovic down the line, right off the line, forehand inside out. Back in Baena, back in Djokovic again, cross court, back in Baena, cross court, back in slice, that's in the net. Great hitting from Baena, I have to say. Great hitting. Good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, the guy's down 6-4, 6-1, 2-0 to Djokovic. The guy still pulls off a point as good as that, fighting hard. So you got to give him his props. If anything, Baena is a benchmark and a marker for how good Djokovic is playing. This is an A performance from Djokovic in my books. I can be pretty, you know, I don't know if cynical or negative is the right word, but when I give my grades, I'm pretty, what's the word? Pretty critical. Backhand lob over Baena. Baena's there at the backhand lob himself, defensive. A great shot from Baena. Smash Djokovic. Baena still there, lob. Novak leaves a good eye. Hawkeye. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Zhang, by the way, taking the first set over Sonego. Happy to see that. Advantage to Baena here. Still trying to get a game on the board in the third set. Chapo, by the way, the second and third sets over Tiafo. Good stuff. So Baena forehand the net. Djokovic had enough of that game. Baena earned it. 2-1. As Baena gets a game in the third set. Anybody looking at the scoreboard will not realize that Baena's played a great match here. Literally, anybody who looks at the scoreboard will be like, oh, okay. That'll be the response. Anybody who looks at the scoreboard, they'll be like, oh, okay. But Baena's played great. We've been watching for a couple hours, but also we're good at other things than just skiing and chess. Yeah. Yeah, Magnus Carlsen. I also love chess, but that's actually the first one I learned as a little tot. That's awesome, Lexi. Yeah. Well, Carlsen is a genius and a legend. And yeah, I love chess too. Hey, listen, we got to play at chess.com at some point, play a game. I don't play that much anymore, but I used to coach all the time and I used to play chess tournaments as a kid. Actually, one of my chess games got into the newspaper. Um, After I don't think I won the tournament, but I did decently well in the tournament, and they said that they were willing to put one of my games, like the written version of my chess games, in the paper. So that happened before. I didn't win the tournament though, but I don't remember what happened. All right, I'll be right back in one moment, guys. Be right back in a second for the rest of this. All right, here we go. 15 love for Novak at 2-1. Back in Baena, big for the back end of Djokovic down the line. Novak visibly frustrated with that miss. We're at 15 all. Really hope FA closes this match out and goes on. Yeah, absolutely. Could be fun versus Carlos. Also like to see Dimitri face Sinner rather than QB. Might present a test for Sinner in what looks like a routine path to semifinals. He could. I mean, he had a great scoreline today. I just don't know if Sinner. I'm just thinking of their Miami match. I mean, Dimitro's playing out of his mind, and Sinner rushed through him. Although Sinner loves Miami, right? We know Sinner loves Miami, and clay courts. It will neutralize more. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you. And definitely a bigger test than Herkoch, I would think, for Yannick. And yeah, Carlos FA would be very fun. I want to see success for FA. I mean, sometimes you have to just kind of make educated guesses, and we haven't really seen Felix completely prove himself as an utter top danger at Wimbledon or anything. But I do want to say that I am high expectations for him on grass courts. I really want him to be one of the best players in the world on grass. I think he can be, Felix. Um, Now, I mean, we're a long ways from it. He's not one of the best players in the world at the moment in general. But I would love to see him become one of the best players in the world on grass. I think we could see that happen. And speaking of Herkoch, he's going to be a big danger at Wimbledon and on grass this year, I think. I mean, I don't even have to say I think. He just will be, I guess. All right, serve here from Djokovic at 40-15. Serve out wide for Baena. For him, Djokovic down the line. Baena gets there. The lob. That goes out. Djokovic is playing solid. I hope that the stats back Djokovic up. I'm not going to look for the recent stats this match, but I'm sure they're looking great for Novak. I mean, look at this: 72% first serves won. This is not amazing, but it's like it's fine. I mean, this is great. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Everything about this is great. And I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, this isn't great, but Novak is one of the best returners we've ever seen of all time. So, one of the best returns we've ever seen of all time. All right, serve here from Baena. Back end of Djokovic. The back end of Baena. Back end Novak down the line. Forehand too good. There's no forehand. As it blazes through the court like a rocket. Love 15. I'm super excited to live stream for the later matches of this tournament as well. That's going to be loads of fun. Hopefully lots of people show up for the big quarterfinal, semifinal, final matches. This one's fun too because who knows who's going to win this tournament at this point. I mean, Australian Open was Medvedev and Sinner in the final. I mean, who have been two of the best players for a while, but at least the last year. But forehand of Novak, forehand of Baena, back in Novak, forehand of Baena, forehand Novak down the line, back in Baena. Gets a great shot, that cross score. That's a great drop shot, though. What a beauty from Novak. Novak has been on today. He's been on. This is a solid performance from Djokovic. Am I crazy to say this is the best I've seen Djokovic play all year? Because this is the best I've seen Djokovic play all year. Period. This is the best I've seen Djokovic play since Davis Cup. This is the best I've seen Djokovic play since Davis Cup. Arguably since the ATP Finals. This is the best I've seen Djokovic play since the ATP Finals. Let me know if you agree. Forehand of Baena, the forehand of Djokovic down the line, back into Baena. Back in Djokovic cross court, back in Baena sliced. Forehand Djokovic, I mean, that is a blazing forehand cross court. I think I like your channel's calming view vibe. My calming view vibe. I don't know what you mean, Lexi. View vibe. I appreciate it though. Thank you for checking it out. I've seen that you've been leaving comments and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be uploading more stuff soon. So, um, yeah, I'm hoping to pick up with that channel too and keep adding more stuff. Hopefully, but yeah, love 40 here, Djokovic. 3 break points. Backhand down the line, forehand shots in the net. Novak is doing Novak things, and he is at 4-1 in the third set. Novak got this now. Who's Novak playing next? He's playing winner of Monfils and Musetti. Yep. Winner of Monfils and Musetti. And it's very up in the air who's going to win that one. So, I mean, Musetti has performed well in the past. What was Musetti's score in the first round? I think it was straight sets, but I think it was straights. Yeah, straight sets over Galan. Good stuff. Dude, Musetti was born in 2002. It's pretty crazy. Has been around a while. Musetti, crazy enough, now one of the dads of the tour. Don't get me wrong. I'm clutching at Strongs and hoping FA and Demetrio present a challenge to Carlos and Yannick. Yeah. Well, Felix, I really kind of don't think will, to be honest, although I know the head-to-head would say otherwise. But Dimitrov is interesting enough. I can't really see. I picked Dimitrov. I didn't think I would pick Dimitrov for a big run here, Matthew, but I picked him to get to the quarters. And then I said Sinner would beat Dimitrov in straight sets. So it could not be, but I personally don't see anything beyond a 4-setter for Dimitrov. If Sinner gets to the quarterfinals. Because if Sinner gets to the quarters, he's playing great. And I don't know. Dimitrov at Roland Garros, he hasn't really been his best self. Well, look out for Dimitrov at Wimbledon, though. I'm never going to expect too much from Dimitrov, although maybe I'm putting myself into that trap once again. But I would really, if I was to look out for him at anywhere, I would look out for him at Wimbledon. This year specifically. Because he's never really had success at Roland Garros anyway. Well, a lot of people are going to be focusing on the Olympics. I think Dimitrov's going to have his eyes on Wimbledon. He's serving as well as ever, as well, Dimitrov. His first strike is as good as ever. First strike tennis. It's in the net. 15 loves. Djokovic is 7 points away from a solid victory here against a great player. I mean, Baena's played well. But this is the best I've seen Djokovic play all year. Great ace down the tee. 30 love. This is easy now. I mean, Djokovic making this look like he's playing a video game on easy. And that's crazy. He's making the court look so small. Like he just full control of everything. Just simple, like robotic. It's just like robotic. Like Federer back in the day made it look like he had full control of the court, but in the most difficult way possible. Djokovic makes it look like he has full control of the court, but like as if it's like the most easy way possible. Just everything is so robotic and just perfect. And Rafa's got to be somewhere in between that, which is absolutely grinding. Serve down the tee, forehand of Baena, the forehand of Djokovic. I mean, the guy's making it look silly out there. Man, it's good to have this version of Djokovic back. I don't know if everybody's going to agree with me, but they should. I mean, look at the scoreline. This is Djokovic. I mean, we'll see if he can sustain this throughout the tournament. But Baena in the first set proved he's playing great, and Djokovic has really pounced on this opportunity. I mean, we'll see how long he can sustain this and if he can do this against top guys. But I'm excited by this because I haven't seen this all year from Djokovic. First round was already a good sign, but this is even a way better sign for Djokovic. Good stuff. Back in Baena, the forehand of Novak. Inside in, still so good. Djokovic, the eternal. Love 15. And I mean, come on. It's exciting. If Djokovic is right in the mix and the world #1 ranking is this much in play, it's exciting. With Sinner, who's the best player in the world probably, but on clay courts, which is likely his worst surface. Also, he's got some injury concerns, but hopefully those are okay. But It's exciting if Djokovic is right there in the mix. Back in Baena, the forehand of Novak put away. Put away. 2 points away is Novak here. Monfils, I'm not a fan of Musetti. Okay, fair enough. I like Yale as well. Couldn't find your channel at first, and while stuck in traffic, it appears on my feeds. Oh, okay, nice. Glad you checked it out. What happened to Baena? Dios mio. I mean, no, yeah, I mean your guy Novak's playing great though. To be fair, what's up, Gongos? Do you have any link or site to see the games of Roland Garros? I don't, unfortunately. I mean, Tennis Channel, Peacock, those are good ones. We're so old now. Gosh, year 2000. Yikes. Yeah, that's so true. I don't know. To be fair though, when I played on my mixed doubles team yesterday, everybody was like, "Jesus Christ, you're so young, dude. You're so young." It was nice to hear that, honestly, because I think everybody in our generation as well keeps likes to say that. Oh my God, we're so old. We're so old. I feel like our generation had to mature quickly as well in a lot of ways, with being so aware of what's going on in the world with social media and stuff like that, access to everything as well. I feel like it's a common thing for our generation to say, "Wow, we're so old." Like we're so self-aware and aware of things going on, if that makes sense. And I don't know if it does, but hey, I have to say stuff on here, so that's something to say. Roof being shut makes it a different tournament. Novak enjoying the indoor conditions won't be the case when he plays third round onwards. That's true as well, but I just will say that I don't know. There's a lot of I still would just be excited for Novak. I mean this isn't even remotely close to what he's looked like the whole year. So I mean, one thing is it being on indoors, but I mean, he would have loved the conditions in Australia. I just think like, I mean, regardless of what conditions are, I just feel like the fact that Novak has found a level like this, I haven't seen this from Novak all year, and it's been really weird and disheveling. So I'm quite excited by it either way. But that the indoors do change it, but I am excited by Novak. All right, that's a good drop shot from Baena. So advantage here for Baena. Advantage. Get to at least make it Djokovic have to serve this out. Backhand of Baena. That goes out. So back to deuce we go. Back to deuce we go. Goes out from Novak. So back to a game point. Late call on the Baena serve, but it is called out. Another serve coming here. Trying to at least to get to 5-2. I kind of hope Baena gets there because he deserves at least a 6-2 scoreline. Forehand Baena. Forehand to Djokovic big. The forehand to Baena. Forehand Djokovic. That goes out. Baena gets another game, but Djokovic is inevitable. Djokovic is inevitable. He will serve at 5-2 to try to close this out. Match point for Leylah Fernandez, by the way, happening on the outdoor courts. See if she can pull this out. Serve down the T. See if Fernandez can close it. All right, Fernandez does close it out. She wins in straights. Good to see for Leylah. I think Leylah is a bit of a dark horse at this tournament. Honestly, nobody's looking at her, but I just feel like she's a little bit of a dark horse. Big dark horse, even. Shapo still doing well against Tiafo. Love that. Hurkacz and Zverev getting wins. Dimitrov getting a win 6-0, 6-3, 6-4 over Morazan. Runa is going to be up next versus Caboli. He might be on after Fernandez. No, court 14. Okay, he'll be on after Volynets and Vondrousova. Wow, Paquette and Siniakova are in a third set breaker. And Nisimova lost 6-2, 6-1 to Samsonova. Ostapenko in a breaker against Towson. There's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of stuff going on. All right, Djokovic to close this out. Forehand, cross court, the forehand of Baena. Forehand, cross court, forehand of Baena down the line. Backhand. Djokovic, that's in the net. You never know. Love 15. Anthony LOL says it for like we're not like born in the middle of the 90s. Well, yeah. Well, I'm born in 2000, so I'm still, yeah. But come back to one can dream. The rain is insane. Insane, the reign of the GOAT. Novak Djokovic, nice Rennie. Reigns insane on the sane in the reign of the GOAT. Penko in trouble versus Townsend, and so is Collins. Is Collins in trouble? What's her score? Collins? Oh, yeah, Collins lost the second set to Danilovic. Wow. Keep an eye on that one. Love 30 here, by the way, for Baena. Okay. Want to add a little bit of suspense? Djokovic. Backhand down the line is fantastic. It just makes it look all so simple. It's almost like laughable. I mean, I really okay. I'm glad they're showing a court level slow-mo. I just want to see this again. How does this guy do this? I mean, I still don't understand how Novak does that. I mean, I guess you just reach a level of greatness where you can just casually hit a ridiculous backhand down the line. Another one there. I mean, it looks like he's barely putting in any effort at all. Another seed might go out on the women's side as Paquette serves with 3 match points to Siniakova. And Siniakova is out. Wow. Probably is still in the doubles, but in singles, she's out. A lot more women's players playing singles and doubles than men's players. Although Tsitsipas is doing all 3, mixed singles and doubles. First men's player to do that in a while, I think, play mixed men's doubles and men's singles. All right, we're at 40-30 for Novak as he hits a forehand +1 winner. 40-30 Novak, A level match. The indoors do help. He does play different when Roland Garros goes on indoors. There's no doubt about it. But still, very solid performance from Djokovic. The best I've seen of the year so far, and very happy to see it. I think it's a good sign for him in this tournament. We'll see if he can sustain it, but great stuff against a high-level opponent. Second serve coming here from Djokovic. Forehand by Baena. Back in Djokovic down the middle. Forehand by Baena in the net. Novak Djokovic, in what I think is his best performance of the year so far, takes out a high-level CARBALLES BAENA. Good match from him as well. Respect between the two because Baena competed well, but Djokovic on another level when he's anywhere near his best, and he was playing at a really good level. Good stuff from Djokovic. He'll love this moving forward in the tournament. He'll take on Monfils or Musetti in the next round. If it is Gil Monfils, he'll play him for the 20th time in their career. 21st if you include futures. Monfils beat him in a futures tournament in 2004 in 3 sets. But since then, at ATP level, Djokovic is 19-0 against Monfils, which I think is the record. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the record. He could make that 20-0 if they play in the 3rd round, or you never know with Gael. Never know with Gael, but good. He would be a huge favorite with that, judging from their history. Huge favorite. And or Musetti, who Djokovic has a big history with as well. So, but yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks as always for tuning into the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Anthony, you're past 2000. I'm 2000. I am 2000. October 2000. So, yeah. Born exactly in 2000, which I like. I always like that I was born right that year because I just find that so unlikely. Yeah, 23. I always know what my age is, so it's great. Thanks, Lexi. Thanks, Cedric. Thank you, guys. All right, stats. Time for stats. Let me look at stats real quick. Good stuff. I mean, this is great. Great stuff from Novak. You could even want to get this a little bit higher, but it's great anyway. And Baena couldn't really hurt him on the return that much anyway. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is crazy. Look at this. 43 winners. I mean, this was never going to be that high, but 43 winners, 24 unforced. All right, Djokovic gets through against Carballes Baena, and a great performance from him. If it's Musetti, they've had tough contests in the past. If it's Monfils, he'll feel pretty confident with your matchup from the past. But thanks. Well, QualityShot tennis do Rude or Runa today. I think we're just doing the Monfils match. David will have the call for Monfils. It will not be me. It will be David later on. But yeah, anyway. I don't know if we'll be doing any other ones. We will be filming a Tennis 360 podcast later today. So I won't really have much time to do many other streams. But yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys at the next one. Thanks for tuning in, like always, to it. And it's Djokovic doing a great performance.